everyone. Today for library, we are going to be taking a tour. So since you can't actually get to be here in person in the Fairview Elementary School library, and also since it's been a while since we've been in the library, or if you're new, we'll be getting to take a tour of every single section within the library. So as you are watching, I really want you thinking about which sections stand out to you as I describe them. Is there one that you think, ooh, I would like that? And we're going to hopefully by the end of our class time today start to figure out, if you don't know already, who are you as a reader and what books are good fit books for you if you haven't found the perfect books yet. So let's go ahead and take a look in our virtual tour. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and head into the entrance of the library. Here's Mrs. Traybold at the circulation desk. You'll notice she looks a little bit different with her mask on and shields up on the desks. Now let's take a look at the Everybody section. The Everybody section is for everybody. It's filled with picture books to enjoy. Now the Early Readers section. This section is also located in the Everybody section and has blue dots. This is great for beginning readers and nice short chapter books. Now let's take a look at our fiction chapter books. All of our chapter books are broken into genres, and first up is fantasy. This is one of our largest sections in the library and has tons of great stories like dragons and fairies and Harry Potter, all sorts of fun fantasy stories. Next up is the horror and suspense section. If you like scary stories, this section of the library is for you. Beside that is the historical fiction section. This section includes popular books like Magic Tree House and the I Survived books, and all has characters and settings from different times and places in history. This is a small section in our library, but it's definitely a fun one. In this section, you'll find chapter books that are adventure stories. Right beside that, we have realistic fiction. These are lots of great stories about real kids just like you. Next up is our mystery section. Lots of really great mystery stories like Nancy Drew, Hardy Boys, Geronimo Stilton, and Boxcar Children. If you're an animal fan, you're going to love the animal stories section. There are a lot of great chapter books here featuring all kinds of different animals: dogs, cats, horses, dolphins, you name it. For futuristic stories like Star Wars, check out the science fiction section. Or if you're a sports fan, check out the sports section. You can see both of these sections are together right here in our library. An overlooked section in our library are the classics and the Disney section. These two are right beside each other, right by my office door. The classics are classic stories that have been around a long time, and lots of them have been turned into movies. And of course, we all know the Disney movies and books. Now it's time to take a look at nonfiction. The nonfiction books are all numbered, starting at 000 all the way to the 900s. In the zeros and 100s, you can find fun stories about weird science, like ghosts and Bigfoot and Loch Ness Monster. In the 300 section, you can find books about different religions. Books with these stickers on them are Greek myths and mythology books, or fairy and folk tales have these stickers, and they're all found right here on the end cap, all together. You'll see this sign in a very big section of our nonfiction books, the animal and science section. We also have this section called Nonfiction Collections. They have pink dots on them, and they're books like Who Would Win, Scholastic True or False Animal books, and the Magic School Bus books. This sign is over by the sports books, which is in the 700s. We also have craft books, origami books, and cookbooks in the 600s and 700s as well. In the 800s, you'll find poetry books, books with poems, humor books, which are our joke books and riddle books, and also books about plays too, right here on our end cap. The last section in nonfiction is right here in the 900s. This is our history and geography section. Everything from things like Titanic and even books on every single state. Two more sections I want to tell you about, and this one is definitely one of our most popular: graphic novels. These are the comic book type books, such as Dogman, Bad Guys, Babysitter's Club, Hilo. Lots of great new titles that we keep adding to in this section. The last section is our biographies, books about famous people. This is right along our wall behind our circulation desk.
And that's it. That's the tour of the Fairview Elementary School library. So you saw all those different sections: the everybody section with the picture books, the early reader section that's in that everybody spot as well. You saw each of those different types of chapter book sections, as well as the nonfiction section. That was a lot of information and a lot of different type of books. So my question for you is, where do you fit in? Who are you as a reader? So in your activity that you'll be doing today, we're going to be doing almost like a little survey to think about who you are as a reader and what your interests are. Let's take a look. Remember first to find your library course and use this image here of me holding the books as a clue. And then, just like we did with our first lesson, we're going to go into the green folder. Green means go. Those other two red folders are just extra information or past weeks. So let's go ahead in. Then you will find today's folder. There's a new folder that has been opened for you with today's date. And then you will see 1, 2, and 3 before, just like we did last time. Number 1 here was the Google Meet that we already started with. Then number 2, you're going to watch my video. That was the tour. And number 3 here, this is a form that you're going to be filling out. It's called Readers Would You Rather. So let's go ahead and make it full screen here so that we can see it. And it should be embedded right inside here. If you need to send it out into Safari to see it, that may work as well. But these are just a list of questions so I can get to know who you are as a reader, so I can help recommend good books for you. So what you need to do is fill out every single part here. And I really want you to take your time answering these, thinking about them. Your first and last name and your homeroom. And then go ahead and answer each one of them in like something like this. What are you reading now? Put the specific title, or if there's not anything that you're reading now, you can say that as well. And then down here, it just asks you questions like, would you rather have fun with friends at recess or go on an adventure in a jungle? And it keeps going through. And that kind of lets me know what type of book you would like, whether or not it's fiction or nonfiction or what kind of genre. And then down here at the bottom, I left one open-ended that says, is there anything else you want to tell me about you? What other interests do you have? So if you have any other additional thoughts, anything about you that you want me to know, maybe there's a certain type of sport or hobby that you're interested in, or something about your family, make sure you put it in there, because I'd love to have that information to help pair you with the right books. If you haven't found the right books yet, we just haven't found the perfect one for you. So then you'll hit submit and you will be done. That's the last piece for today.